Wednesday morning's healing class. Okay, so we'll just stand in shoulder width posture. When we stand in our shoulder width posture, we just bend the knees. We just let the tailbone relax down. Make the spine nice and long. Allow the shoulders to soften and relax down. We'll do just a short warm-up, a very simple turn, just to see how the back feels. And then come to the front, a simple turn, and come to the front. If everything feels okay in your spine, then we can just make this a bit bigger and gently tap onto the sides of the body. I've explained many times why I like this warm-up. It was one of the first things that I ever learned when I was doing Qigong, and it's stayed with me now for over 30 years. I do it every day. For me, it's the underlying aspects which are so important to this exercise. So it has the muscular skeletal exercise. That's no problem. We can turn our spine and we can feel the spine moving. And of course, each vertebra interacts independently. So as the spine turns, one turns, the next turn, the next turn, the next turn. And so each little vertebra is getting a warm up on its axis, as it were. In a minute, we'll start our neck going as well to really, really stretch the neck. But at the moment, as you're turning like this, you can feel your hips are gently moving. You can feel that your thighs and knees are gently moving, and the ankles are gently moving too. So we have, obviously, the shoulders and the elbows and wrists quite clearly. So we have the sort of musculoskeletal rotation of this exercise. As you tap, you open your palms up and they slap onto the side of the body. The forearm taps across your tummy, and the back of the forearm just taps onto the small of your back. So that's this whole area, lower dantian, the lower energy field, just kind of being stimulated. But more than that, your right hand is tapping onto your spleen and pancreas area. Your left hand is tapping onto your liver area. And then the back of your wrists are tapping just at the base of your kidneys. Of course, we have our stomach, intestines, bowel, and that's obviously being stimulated as well. And so the bulk of this exercise sends a vibration through these really key components in our bodies. When I say vibration, I often mention the fact that the diaphragm that sits in our body is very much like a drum skin, the skin of a drum. So when you tap on a drum, boom, you get a vibration that goes through the drum. In the same way, as we tap onto this area here, we send a vibration through the belly, and that vibrates all of the organs in the body. So it has this kind of muscular skeletal level, but it also has this chi level, has this organ level, has a chi level, getting the energy flowing around your body, gets your shoulders gently going, gets your elbows and wrists gently going, hips and knees and ankles gently going. So for me, it's one of the primary exercises. And as you know, I pair it up with some forward and back bends and some side bends. And I think by the time you've done my little warm-up set, you've done just about everything you need to get yourself going for a day. And so, yeah, it's my start in the morning. Every morning I do it. I've been doing it for, as I say, over 30-something years. I still feel good about it even now. Nothing has really changed. And so if you came to my classes back in Balham in 2000 I don't know, 2006 or something like that, you'd still be seeing me do the same thing. My classes in West Norwood before that, my classes in the city before that. Been doing this forever. Still recommending it. As I always joke, if you do it every day, you'll live to be 125 years old, and then hastily add, this is not a money-back guarantee. Those funny adverts where they have someone talking very quickly at the end. You cannot claim this money back from Jeremy. This is not blah, 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 blah. a legally binding contract. Sorry, I amuse myself sometimes. It's very sad. Anyway, and well, actually, I find that some teachers are terribly dour is a good Scottish word. Dour is describes grey, boring people who don't want to smile. And I think an awful lot of teachers can be quite humorless and rather straight. That's not. I think that smiling and happiness does a great deal for us in our health. So I think that it's all right to have a bit of fun when you do your qigong. Have some, yes, smiles, laughter. Okay, so let's take this on to a second level then. So we go slower, but what we do is we open it up a bit more. Look back over your shoulder. Really stretch out. Take a few more longer turns. And even though we're going to do standing meditation, or if you wish, sitting, lying down, that's no problem, it's still a good idea to warm up the body. So sometimes people say to me, I don't sleep very well. And actually, you'd imagine that sleep is just a question of kind of switching off, but that's not actually the case at all. Sleep requires chi. You need to have enough energy to sleep well. And it seems perhaps almost like a counterintuitive. And I think that's why an awful lot of people use alcohol to get to sleep. They don't have enough energy, and then they find that they pass out if they, have a few glasses of wine before bed. But actually, the truth of the matter is that it's just a sort of I don't know, a chemical mechanism to switch things off. But you know that underneath it, you're not getting a very good night's sleep. You don't get a full, refreshing sleep. At least you have your, brain switched off, which is sometimes important, but it doesn't really refresh in the same way as a proper sleep does. So standing qigong is counterintuitive in that way as well, doing nothing, but actually it's the best way of gathering energy into your body. So our standing qigong that we do after this little warm up is about gathering lots of qi. And Dr. Pang used standing qigong at his medicines hospital as the foundation of all healing. And so just standing and being quiet is the first, key to healing your body. Because in the right standing posture, that's why I say to you, knees bent, tailbone tucked forward, spine nice and straight, is to try and encourage us to get into the correct standing posture. And when we get into the correct standing posture, the body is suddenly absorbing chi from nature and around us. And when we switch off the mind, then that gets better and better, that process. Okay, so let's let this whole thing slide gently to a stop. So the one aspect, switch off the mind. And the second aspect, let the body maintain the right posture. Lift chi up. Gently pour chi down. Gather the chi to the belly. Release the hands and let the chi flow down. So we're not really stopping as we go past lower dantian, but we're probably sort of slowing down, really bringing our mind through upper dantian, through middle dantian, bringing all the focus into lower dantian where the chi stores and stops, and then just release the hands and imagine the flow through the whole body. So the whole body becomes a circuit. Lift chi up, pour chi down, draw, pour, gather, deep, deep, release. Okay, let's do some simple forward and back bends. Lift up and gather. When the hands are up in the air, we can just release the knees and hips forward, gently lean back, up, and gently back, up, gently back, up, and gently back. Good. Hands up into the blue sky. So this is where we just operate on the arms and the neck, essentially, the ears. So take your arms and ears over, and that cranes the neck over, the back stays straight. And then we lift into the upper back, we lift into the middle back, we lift into the lower back and arch them over slowly. Allow the body to sink and relax down. Let the body hang easily down. Tuck the tummy in slightly, release the back of the neck as much as you can. Just let the body hang and relax. Okay, good. So imagine splitting the foot into 4 pieces. Stretch down towards your toes and then release. Imagine a line drawn between the roots of your toes. Stretch towards that line and release. Imagine a line drawn between your insteps. Stretch towards that line. As you can see, we're getting deeper each time and release. Imagine a line between your heels. Stretch to that or deep as you wish to go. Neck totally relaxed and then release. Okay. Lift the tailbone so it points up behind you. Push the tailbone towards the front of the body. Roll the spine up. Bring up the head and the arms and the ears and gently stretch up, up, blue sky. Knees and hips drift forward. You can gently lean backwards, up, and gently back. We'll just do 2 of these. Up, and gently back, up, gently back, up. Okay, and then we'll just do 1 more whole set. So do your legs, keep your legs straight if you can for this one. Tip over the head, the arms, and the ears only. And then arch the upper back, arch the middle back, arch the lower back. Keep the legs as straight as possible. Let the body relax down. Back of the neck is soft. Tummy tucks in. Okay, good. Whole body's nice and relaxed here. That line between the toes, stretch gently towards it. And then release. That line between the roots of your toes, stretch gently towards it. And release. That line between your insteps, stretch gently towards it. And release. And then eventually that line between the heels, nice deep bend. Great. Body hangs and relaxes. Gently lift the tailbone up behind. Push the tailbone towards the front of the body. The spine starts to stack up. Bring up the arms and the ears. Gently stretch up, gently stretch up, gently stretch up into the blue sky. Once more with a little forward bend. So you just go, sorry, back bends, back, up, gently back, up, gently back, and up. Once more. Back, stretch up. Okay. Release the hands down the sides, drift the hands down. Because we've been inverted, sometimes extra chi runs to your head. So we'll just lift chi up. And imagine we can move the chi out of the head to make ourselves feel more stable, less dizzy. Draw the hands down into the chest and focus the hands deep into the belly. Relax. Gather and lift. Gently pull. Draw the chi deep inside. Relax and chi flow. Lift and gather. Gently pull. Draw chi, draw chi, draw the chi deep in. Let the hands relax. Chi flows down. Okay, some simple side bends just to finish off. Gather the right hand up into the air, breathe in. Head across to your left hand side and gently breathe out. Breath in, lift the right hand up. Exhale, swap the hands over. Breathe in, lift up. And head across to the right. Breathe in, lift up. Swap hands over as you breathe out. Breathe in, lift up. Head across to the left. One more time. Breathe in, lift up. Breathe out, swap over. Breathe in, lift up. Let's go to the right. In breath, draw both hands up in the air. Out breath, let the hands drift down. Gather and lift. And gently pull. Gather and lift. Gently pull. Once more. And draw the chi deep into your belly. Let's gather one last time and draw the hands onto lower dantian. So lift up and pour down. Draw down. Focus the chi down. Leave the hands on lower dantian. So just soften into your knees. Just let the tailbone drift gently towards the front. There's this acupuncture point on our perineum. Just gently lift up for yin. On top of the head, bai hui lifts up. This idea there's a central channel that lifts up in your body. So the core of you is kind of moving upwards. But then we're wanting the shoulders to relax. Let the tailbone sit down. So you have this kind of upwards movement in the body where the whole body is gently relaxing downwards. This kind of yin yang idea. Yang lifting upwards, yin relaxing downwards. But the yang is inside the yin. So it's called yang within yin, the idea, one in the other. And so if you look at the yin yang symbol, you'll see the black symbol has got a dot of white in it. And that is the yang inside the yin. Same idea. The center of the body stays supported while the rest of the body relaxes. And what we're thinking about is we don't want organs to prolapse downwards. In sort of cases like pregnancy, we don't want to, the uterus to be moving downwards, things like that. And so there's this idea that we keep the central core of energy moving up. And that's because lower dantian is our storage field. And we're wanting the energy to move up from lower dantian. It can go up to middle dantian to supply chi into all the organs. It can go up into upper dantian to keep your brain functioning well, to work for all of your sensory organs. And so there's this central sort of energy field that's feeding chi up through the body, whilst we're also trying to make our body gently relax down. We don't want to have our shoulders up by our ears. They need to soften down. We need to have our knees bent, our tailbone sitting down to keep the spine nice and straight. Just allow your body to relax. I'm just going to change the sound on here. Okay. So Dr. Pang's 8 phrases. Connect your feet into the earth. Connect your head into the heavens. This beautiful ability for us to connect beyond the earth and out into the blue sky. Connect up, blue sky, out into the heavens, out into the universe. Blue sky, out into the universe in the opposite direction. But not just up and down, to your left, to your right. Connect to your front, to the back. The 6 cardinal directions of chi. connect out. Let your whole body relax. Let your mind become calm. When we soften in this way, we become part of the chi field. So this chi field, I sometimes think about it as like a radio frequency, like the BBC World Service, where you can hear it all around the globe. In the same way, you can connect into the 𝐬𝐤𝐥𝐿 chi field all around our globe, tuning into the frequency that Dr. Pang has kind of set up. The idea is that everybody who does 𝐬𝐤𝐥𝐿 connects into this space. There's no technicality to it. You don't have to know what frequency it is. You just soften and relax and allow yourself to move into the chi field. Once upon a time, there were solid boundaries. You looked down and you could see the skin on your arm. But with the eyes gently closed or 3/4 closed, with the mind in a calm, relaxed state, even if your eyes are open, it's no longer 100% clear. Where does your skin start or end? Where does the outside world start or end? There's no apparent difference between outside and inside. So we find ourselves in this beautiful, soft state where we've become one with the chi field. We take our logical brain offline, very computer term, offline. It's like switching the computer down, switching the computer off. Because there is a part of our brain which is just dedicated to structure and form, dedicated to rules, numbers. And that's what restricts us in a way. We use it, and it's what's made humankind so extraordinary. I don't think extraordinary's got two sides to it, hasn't it? Not necessarily, oh, that's wonderful. It's also, wow, that's incredible in a bad way as well as a good way. So we are quite extraordinary. And that's because of this incredible logic brain. But sometimes we have to really let the logic brain quieten down. Move away from thinking. Move away from theorizing. When emotions arise in our body, we just notice them. You don't have to connect with them. So as you go about your daily life, perhaps you get into your car, you're driving somewhere, and the radio, there's some new news about a war, about a political situation. And you can feel that anger rise up inside you. Every time we access that and allow it to be in our bodies, we're disturbing the natural flow of chi. Think how it would have been if you were a farmer 300 years ago, working in your fields, watching the crops grow. Just this very simple life. If a horse bolted down your lane, came rushing past your house without a rider on it, that would be the most exciting thing that would happen to you, perhaps for 6 months. You'd just think, oh, wow, did you see that? And you'd talk to everybody about the horse. And that would be it. That would be the most exciting thing that would happen to you, for half of your year, perhaps, or your whole year. But here we are every day looking for excitement. Our egos are constantly searching for excitement, hunting out things to thrill us, looking for anything that will keep our egos interested. That is a very left logical side of the brain story. This is why we take it offline. Because when we're no longer searching for thrills, when emotions arise, we can just step back and allow them just to take their natural course, float by, like a fluffy cloud. It arrives in the sky in front of you. Perhaps it blocks out the sun for a moment, and it gently moves on and the sun comes out again. The emotions had no more effect on you than that. Perhaps you feel it, but you just allow it to go. If you grab onto it and hold it and start to turn it over and stare at it and look at it and use it, then suddenly it changes the chemical processes in your body. And so when we soften into the chi field, we also quieten our minds, clear our minds, so that something from the outside world comes knocking, as it were. You just reflect it back. You're just a mirror for the outside world. You hear a door closing or opening in your house. You think, there's my partner, son, whatever, mother, come back. And then that makes you think about what they're going to say and what they're going to do. And then that triggers a whole cascade of anxiety, anger, joy, even joy in your body. And those emotions rush through your body, a tingle of excitement or a ripple of anger. And those trigger, those electromagnetic thoughts trigger chemical cascades in your body. And those chemicals flood through your body once again, day in and day out. They change the constitution of your body. The signature of fear is adrenaline. If you fear the sound of the door opening because of the person coming in, then there's a little bit of adrenaline flushes through your system every time you hear it. So now this idea of being a mirror. You hear it, you just reflect it back. Don't let it attach to you. There are many ways of describing this. Bruce Lee talks about being like water. The water just flows. You're able to put your hand into the water and take it out, and the water hasn't changed. There's a whole theory behind Tai Chi, where your opponent comes to try and strike you, but you've already drifted gently out of the way, and your opponent uses all their force, and they just go straight past you, and fall on the floor. Not even touching you, because you've just gently moved your body out of the way. And so this is the idea behind that, is that we make ourselves completely impervious to these emotions, to these triggers. So don't allow yourself to be triggered by anything. Allow yourself to be soft and relaxed. Allow yourself to be open. Allow yourself to be non-reactive. When these emotions come, just bounce off you. As if you 𝐬𝐥𝐿𝐴 layer. So I talk about your 𝐬𝐥𝐿𝐴 layer a lot. It's this layer of energy around your skin. It's 2 or 3 centimeters of qi around the whole of your body. This wonderful qi layer. We imagine it like an olden days knight in his shining metal armor. Every single part of the body covered, protected. And the same for you. You imagine yourself absolutely protected from the outside world. So when this sound comes, when this person arrives, when this piece of news arrives, it just bounces off your extraordinary, wonderful qi armor. Somebody says something to you. Oh, I see you're still doing that same old job or whatever. And sometimes that would go deep into your heart and you think, oh God, I'm still, they have this opinion of me and blah, blah, blah. This time, your armor is so strong. They make that opinion and you just say, yeah, well, that's what you think. That's fine. And it just bounces off you. All of the things that other people say to hurt us are just their opinions. It doesn't have to be yours. It's only if you choose to take it on that it does you damage. So your mother or your father or your sister, brother, say something to you. And you say, yeah, that's right. He must be right. They must be right. Oh, I am that. I am what they say I am. And then that's gone in. And then that triggers off a chemical cascade. And that chemical cascade pours through your body. And it changes your organs. It changes the structures. And so now we think about our 𝐬𝐥𝐿𝐴 strong. We think about our suit of our armor, our incredible protection. And we just know that when somebody says something, you just bounce it straight back at them. Yeah, if that's what you think, up to you. That's your opinion. You keep it to yourself. I'm fine with me. And feel protected. Feel strong. Feel your 𝐬𝐥𝐿𝐴. As you stand in your standing posture, qi is surging up through your bent legs. If we lock our legs, then we can't let the qi flow as well. That's why we keep the knees soft. So the qi is surging up our legs. Springtime, your roots going deep into the earth, and then you're gathering all this wonderful qi up into your body like a tree drawing up water, drawing up nutrients. Your head in the blue sky, this wonderful qi pouring down into your body from the heavens above, like sunshine pouring into your body. Every cell, every pore, open, receiving qi from nature around you. Hopefully today you have a bit of nature, a bit of sunshine. Doesn't take sunshine, of course. You could imagine beautiful rain on your skin, pours qi into your body just as well as sun. You can feel this deep connection with nature. Take some time to sit under a tree and connect. There's this exercise we do in medical qigong where you stand in front of a tree and you imagine the qi flowing up the trunk of the tree, going up to the branches, and then it pours down from the branches through your body, down from your feet into the roots and back up the tree and down from the branches. And you become this beautiful circuit with the tree. You sharing your energy with the tree and the tree sharing its energy with you. You become one ecosystem for a little while. But it's the same with all nature. We're constantly connected to it. It's just the left logical side of the brain that tells us you're not connected to nature. You're separate. Nature's out there and you're in here in your house. You know, not the case at all. We are just chi beings floating in a chi field. Allow yourself to be one. Allow yourself to be relaxed. Gently scan through your body. See if there's anything that feels like it may be blocked today. What do I mean by that? With your eyes closed, you can gently see inside your body. You can imagine you can see inside your body, but after a while, you start to get an impression of what that actually looks like. When I view my body, does it look like there's sort of a darker bit in where my liver is? So in your mind's eye, you get this kind of little imagination. You think, is that really okay? Perhaps my liver chi needs a bit of cleansing. I can imagine all this energy I'm gathering is going to heal that today. Or perhaps, a joint might feel different to the others. Your left leg might feel less strong than your right leg. And you could imagine all of the healing chi flowing deep into the left side of your body or filling up the whole right side of your body. So we just use our mind to gently scan around the body, see where we'd like to receive more of this chi today. So the great news is you don't have to know where the chi needs to go. Your body will do it anyway. But we can add this extra layer of intention, thinking, I really would like to work on my left leg today, to fill it with chi, to really have it open and working well. And then you can relax your mind back. Or it might be much more specific. Perhaps you're working with a particular organ. Perhaps you're working with your lymph glands. Perhaps you're working with your eyes. So you can be very, very specific. And imagine a torrent of chi pouring into that particular organ, healing at the deepest level. Or you could just let the chi do the work and allow it to flow wherever it needs to go. So we have this image of us being like a tree, connected into the earth and connected into the heavens. There's also this idea that chi can flow out of your body with such ease when we're in this state. You can let go. So the reason why that person's comment might hurt you is because you have a story built up already between you and that person. Some sort of conflict between you and that person. And now we could let go of that story, couldn't we? We could just release that story. I've always had a problem with my mother, brother, son, whatever it might be. I'm just going to let that go now. Just going to release that back into the chi field. I'm going to give that story away. I don't need it anymore. I remember my teaching partner, John, saying to me, I just recognized a pattern that I've been using since I was 12 to protect myself. At this stage, he was in his 40s, 50s. He said, for 35 years, I've been using the same damn pattern to protect myself. And now I've decided I can finally let it go. What can you let go? Right here, right now. What can you divest yourself of? What story can you release and let go at the deepest level? Just feel that this chi field can accept everything you have to get rid of. This vast recycling system. There's no such thing as bad chi. Just chi that you don't need, that you can't use. You release it and let go. Let go. The deepest level, let go. Make it your intention to let go. So now as we release these stories, as we release these illnesses, our body starts to rebalance. We gather chi in. Let the whole body start to relax and rebalance. Feel how open you can become. We think of lower dantian, deep in the belly, a ball of chi, a vast ball of energy deep inside you, gathering there. We're in our perfect standing posture. So this foundational chi gathers deep in the belly. In this open state, in the middle of our chest, middle dantian is gathering chi as well. Chi flows into middle dantian to support our organs. Middle dantian just sits kind of below the heart, behind the stomach. Chi field deep inside. The energy radiates into your heart, supports that beautiful process, pumping blood around the whole body. At this time of year, we think liver, springtime. That's all about cleaning and cleansing our blood, but it's also about growth as well. Healthy, renewal, and the blood system, of course. So when we think about heart and liver, we think about the arteries that run all the way around our body, the veins, this incredible system that moves these red and white blood cells throughout our body. We think about the marrow deep inside our bones. This is where all of our red and white blood cells are born. And so that makes us think about the immune system as well, the white blood cells that go around like little Pac-Men, bong, 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 eating deep inside, getting rid of all the viruses and bacteria, all the bad things that don't need in the body, all the toxins, these lovely white blood cells. And when we think about immunity, we think about spleen, pancreas as well. Spleen, pancreas, paired with the stomach, there's so much of the immunity in our sort of stomach and gut lining and so forth. The chi from the middle dantian pouring into the whole digestive story from top to bottom, all the way through. Miles of intestine, not miles, meters of intestine. We think about that just system. And there's so much chi gathering from our food as well. So we think about our digestive system and the power of that, the immunity it brings. We think about our breathing system. We think about our lungs filled with chi. Blood and chi flowing well through the lungs. They're healthy. We have this cleaning aspect, but also they're gathering chi in. So we get 50% of our chi from our food, 50% of our chi from our absorption from the chi field around us. Think about your lungs strong. And then we have the urinary system, sexual organs, the kidneys. The kidneys are the building block of our energy, the powerhouse. If your kidneys are strong, then generally the other systems work well. So we keep our kidneys warm, massage our kidneys from time to time, We let our hips swirl round. Swirl hips, great exercise we do during our body-mind classes to really keep the kidneys working. Sometimes when I'm doing my standing Qigong, I allow myself a very gentle version of swirl hips to go on. Sometimes it just takes place naturally, just does its own thing. A very subtle, gentle version of swirl hips. So here we have middle dantian filled with qi, supplying qi to all of our organs. Blood and qi flowing well through all of our organs. This abundance of energy in middle dantian brings total health to all of our organs. And then we think of upper dantian, this upper energy field deep inside the head, brings qi to our brains, but also supplying qi to all of the sensory organs as well. Just for a moment, think about your eyes, eyesight, becoming strong, 20/20 vision, improving your reading vision and your long distance vision. Blood and qi flow well through your eyes, through the nerves that connect down to the brain. Think about your nose and your sense of smell. A lot of people struggled with that during COVID. Imagine your sense of smell strong, your sense of taste strong, your hearing strong. Makes us think about our skin as well. A complete sensory organ in itself. Think about your skin, beautiful, shining, glowing. Blood and qi flow well through this, the largest organ of your entire body. Everything is covered in skin. Think about all the things that are just underneath the skin layer. Senses, nerve endings, glands. Wow, the skin is a fantastic thing. These beautiful pores that each time you take a breath, the pores open and close. So we think about all of our sensory organs working well. We think about our brain in perfect working order. We think about our brain sharp. From the brain, we can think down the spine. Think about your whole nervous system, this incredible system that connects from the brain down the brain stem, down the whole of the spine. When you get down to about between your shoulders, all of these nerves branch out into all of your vital organs. They branch out down your arms to your fingers. They branch out down your spine all the way into the various parts of the middle torso and lower torso. Branch down your legs all the way down to your toes, soles of your feet, the back surface of your body. Every part of your body, this incredible nervous system. Just think about blood and qi flowing well through your nervous system. Blood and qi flowing well through your digestive system. Blood and qi flowing well through your urinary system. Blood and qi flowing well through your sense system. Blood and qi flowing well through your endocrine system. Wow. Okay, so we're thinking about up in the brain, the pituitary gland, pineal gland. In your throat, you've got your thyroid, parathyroid, thymus in the center of your chest. We go down, we've got the adrenal glands. We go down, we have our testes or ovaries. That whole system creates this incredible set of chemical messengers that pour through your body. It's the endocrine system working really well as well. And so this is how processes work. The mind, a thought comes up, an electrical impulse, ping, sets off. You see something, this image goes through your nervous system into your brain triggers off 10 thoughts. Oh my goodness, you see someone, the image that was given by, I can't remember who, Greg Braden, I forget this, one of these guys, and he was sort of saying, his story was, 10 years ago, I broke up with this girl. She left me. She broke my heart. She was a beautiful, stunning blonde, and she had a red Ferrari, some story like this. And he said, every time I see someone driving by in a red Ferrari, I remember her, and I look to see if, she's got blonde hair, the driver, and then I remember this heartbreak, and then I remember how she hurt me, and then, and already he's just seen a red Ferrari 10 years later, and suddenly there's this gush of hormones pouring through his body, the whole of the chemical messenger system, the mind, the eyes have seen something that's triggered a story in the brain has set off an electronic message that set off a chemical message, and now suddenly his day has gone from being a happy day to being a sad day, and his chemical balance has gone from being nicely in balance to suddenly out of balance. And then he realizes that Ferrari contains some old gentleman, not the same person, not the same car, not the same time, not the same place. Nothing can ever be the same again. And there it is, but still the whole body is now flooded with these toxic chemicals. So this endocrine system, powerful system in the body, but we need to be in control. We need to be in control of the chemicals that flow through. We need to be in control of the electronic impulses that fire the chemicals. And therefore, we need to be in control of the stories that we tell ourselves. So let's dissolve some of those stories today. Let's just use a simple 𝐸𝐿 to dissolve them. So if you're not familiar with 𝐸𝐿, we just imagine a lovely ball of qi in front of the body. It could be about the size of a football. When you open your hands, whatever problem dissolves. So you can imagine perhaps containing a story about you and your sister, mother, brother, uncle, great-grandfather. It doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter if the person's not alive. It's the imprint in our brains that's important. So if this person is long gone, doesn't matter. So just think about this story. Give it a name. My problems with X. Let's dissolve that qi. We open our hands and we say, open your hands and feel that problem dissolve out into the blue sky. As we close our hands, we bring deep healing inside our bodies. So think about that person, think about that problem, think about that time. We're going to open our hands and let it dissolve. And now what are we going to fill it with? Fill it with happiness, fill it with joy, fill it with love. You can't make something abstract that makes sense. So it has to be a completely non-abstract idea. Fill the space of that relationship just with joy and happiness. There's no logical answer of how to make this right. So we just dissolve it. And we bring fresh healing information, good information into this relationship. Think about the problems between you and this person dispersing going away, dissolving. The universe is big enough to take all of these things on. We release them, we let them go. They dissolve out into the chi field. And then we gather this huge healing information back inside. This her kind of rebuilds the connection between you and them. So see now that the difficult things have dispersed, and in its place, the relationship has healed. Let's just do that twice more. Let go, let go, let go. You don't need that anymore. We bring a huge healing into that space between you and that person. Healing deep inside. Once more. Let go at the deepest level of you. Release, let go. Those things are no longer needed. They're gone, dissolved, out into the universe. And we bring back healing into this space. Slowly draw your hands back onto lower dantian. Feel that you can embody this healing. Hold this healing deep inside. Whatever the issue was with this person is now gone, released, relaxed. Think about that person and smile. Send them love. Love is a really true healer. They don't have to love you back. It doesn't matter. You just send your love. You don't have to receive anything in return. You just give and give and give, and that's fine. Just know that you have healed yourself in this giving. Just know that you have made things better for you. And just be aware of how the dynamic changes between you and that person. Just be aware of how you feel about that relationship. Repeat this idea as many times as you wish, with as many people as you want, at any time. Just before somebody arrives at your house, a meeting that you're worried about, a story that scares you. Dissolve, 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 and let go of all of the bad in inverted commas, all of the things that don't suit you. And then bring a huge healing back inside and prepare yourself in a perfect way to meet this person with joy, happiness, and love. Even if they don't have joy, happiness, and love, it doesn't matter. That's their story, not yours. You have your chi armor. You have this tool where you dissolve all of their ridiculousness and you bring healing back into the space between you. You're protected. You feel that they cannot penetrate you. You feel that their story no longer has roots inside you. You feel that this has been healed for you. And then, by changing the value of your relationship, they can start to heal their own stuff. That'll help them as well. So help yourself to help other people. Send healing to other people no matter how you feel about them. It only ever helps you. So now we gather our hands back onto lower dantian. We hold the chi deep inside us. We hold this deep, deep energy field. And we're just going to gently close out from here. So bring the feet together into the 𝐬𝐤 Qigong stance. If you're sitting, it's no problem. Bring your hands together in the prayer position. And just gently take the hands up in front of the face. up over the top of the head and extend up into the blue sky. Let your hands release down, let your fingers open, and split the hands apart like a beautiful rainbow down to shoulder height. Gather chi round to the front and allow this chi to flow deep inside your brain. Illuminate your brain. Blood and chi is flowing well. Drifting the elbows down, the hands come underneath the arms. We lightly touched our bow. We send chi into the middle dantian. Illuminate your organs with chi. All systems working well. Drift the hands back behind. The back of the hands move gently to the front. Turn the palms over and send a wave of chi out into the blue sky. Gently draw this chi back to lower dantian. We gather this energy inside. Place the hands on Du Chi. Turn 3 gentle circles around Du Chi. The first set of circles just gathers us back into the core, holds any excess energy, stores it deep inside you. And then when we turn our 3 circles in the opposite direction, it just kind of sends a message into the body. We're coming back into this time, into this space, into this body, moving ourselves back from this kind of ethereal chi space back into our physicality. But it doesn't mean that we can't go through our whole day in this chi mind space, still with this lovely protection, still with this great chi feeling. So we just come back into our physicality, but we still maintain the mindset. Just release the hands gently down by your sides. As you stand here, think about your Wei Qi layer that we've built up, this incredible, powerful layer of Qi around your whole body, glowing like a force field. And then think around that. It's called your Qi body. It's a meter to either side, a meter to the front, a meter to the back, above, below. This beautiful bubble of Qi around you. Your Qi body, it also protects you, but it connects you appropriately to the outside world. Think of yourself a being of light inside these fields of energy, safe, happy, well. All functions of your body are healthy. All functions healthy. Put a big smile on your face. Slowly open your eyes. Bring a bit of movement back into your body. Move your fingers perhaps, move your toes a bit, shake your legs out, shake your arms out. If you wish to do any bends, do so very carefully because you can be very dizzy when you stand up. So you have to come up terribly slowly, very, very gently, and any movement you wish to make is good. Okay, so to close out, we always say haola, but as you know, I record this and it goes onto YouTube, and if you unmute yourself, you suddenly appear on the video. So if you don't want to be on the video, don't. You can put your camera on if you wish, that's fine, but not the audio. And then we put our hands up in the air, and if you don't want to, that's no problem. Don't want to put your camera on, that's no problem. We put our hands up in the air, and I count 1, 2, and we shout haola, because haola means good already. It means all of these things we've worked on are already fixed. It's like a stamp on your passport. Done, sorted. Okay, hands up in the air. 1, 2, haola. 1, 2, haola. 1, 2, haola. Lovely. Oh, thank you for being here today. We just bring our hands, right hand up, left hand down. You pull the fingers together. This makes a little sort of yin-yang symbol almost. It's the 𝐜𝐥𝐿 salute. Thank you very much. It's been really nice to see you today. And of course, as I say, I'll always put this on YouTube. It'll always be available for you there. Please spread them around to your friends and have a lovely, lovely day and see you soon. Bye.